Dog Gadgets Live.
Hello, welcome to Brown Dog Gadgets Live. I'm Amanda, the Education Outreach Coordinator here at Brown Dog Gadgets. Behind the camera, I've got Pete.
Hey!
Today we are going to be building. Ooh, yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I took mine off.
It's warm in here.
It is a little warmer in here.
All right.
A little bit.
Okay.
Today we're going to be building our Santa and Elf robot buddies. But before that, if you have not followed us on our social media platforms, please do so. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and YouTube. Sorry, I was tapping my nails on the desk as I was saying them. Is that what you were hearing?
No, I'm getting like a massive echo. Hold on.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep talking. Also, all of the templates can be found at browndoggadgets.com. And while we're streaming, if you have any questions, feel free to chat with us. Otherwise, you can always email us afterwards at help@browndoggadgets.com. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to show you the elf. Okay. However, he is Christmas colored, so
oh no.
He kind of looks like he's going undercover.
Yes.
Actually looks kind of fun. All
yeah,
right.
that's pretty cool.
Let's check him out on the overhead cam.
Overhead.
Okay, yeah, so he looks a lot more festive this way. We've got two different circuits. The one on the left here controls the motor. The one on the back controls the lights. Yeah. So he can move around. Don't you love the top-down view of him?
Wonderful.
There you go. Or I could just not have the eyes on at all and let him break dance. Perfect. Awesome. So this is the basic robot buddy build with the elf skin on it. So on this skins page, we've got the elf skin and then the Santa skin. So I'm going to build the Santa using our basic robot buddy template. So just a reminder, when you're printing out these templates, you can find them all on browndoggadgets.com. And then when you print them, I highly suggest, especially for this kind of project, to print on heavier cardstock, just to make sure it stands up to the circuitry, because it can definitely vibrate its way into destroying it if it's not strong enough. I don't know. All right, so I've cut out my template here. I've also actually gone through with a straight edge and an X-Acto knife and scored gently these dotted lines, just so when it's time to fold it up, it'll be easy to do. And then I've also cut my slits here where I'm going to build my slit switch. So you can see I've got one long circuit right in the middle here for my LEDs, which definitely could be, well, I guess the slit's back there. I feel like I want to figure out how to make that shorter, but whatever, it's fine. And then right here we've got the circuit for our motor. It says optional, but I mean, is the motor really ever optional?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Also, I think my mic is causing weird echo from you. I may have to bring back my guard here.
Why'd you take it off?
We rejiggered things.
Okay.
I'm going to mute myself, though.
All right, you do that. All right, so I'm going to build both circuits with Maker tape. If you've never used Maker tape before, it is a nylon conductive tape. It is the far superior cousin to copper foil tape. Copper foil tape rips really easily. It may look like the circuit is complete, but for some reason it just isn't. It's not consistent, whereas Maker tape is amazing. It's consistent. You can overlap pieces and it still works. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of Maker tape here, and I'm going to build my first, if I don't get it stuck to the page already. But you notice it got stuck a little, and I was able to pick it up.
Right.
I didn't put lotion on my hands today. I don't know what's going on. All right, so I'm going to take this piece of Maker tape. I'm going to put it through my slit and have it come onto the front a little bit. So I'm going to put it through maybe like 1/2 centimeter to 1 centimeter onto the front. And then I'm going to pull it back so it's all still on that one side of my slit. I want to make sure that I can have a gap in between so I can control my circuit. There we go. That piece of tape did not want to stay on well. It's fine. take a piece across the top here. And this is where I'm going to put my battery. So I'll take about 1 inch worth of maker tape. I'm going to roll it up with the sticky side out into a tape loop. It's a nice small one. It's better to be small. I'm going to put it right on top of that pathway, and we'll add a battery to it. Positive side up just helps you make sure that you don't have any issues with things short-circuiting. All right, and then my wire is going to actually be connected to my tape path here. However, if you followed us before and checked out some of our other videos, you'll know that with the wires, we do really like to have that sandwich method. So a layer of tape underneath the wire, then the wire, and a layer of tape over the top. That way, if for some reason, like, I just don't want to have to open this back up to make sure that it's working.
Right. Better conductivity.
There we go.
I'm quiet now.
Yeah, well. All right, so same thing. I'm pushing it down onto the front side, and then I'm going to pull it back to make sure I have that gap. And I don't even know if I do. Yeah, it's a small one. It'll be fine. Now, it is better to err on the side of like having it a little too big, because you can always wrap more tape around the switch that we put through there.
Right.
If it's too narrow, then your circuit's always working. That's not what we want.
You can kind of wiggle it a little wider usually too. If you have to. Yeah.
All right, so we've got our peel and stick vibrating motor. I'm gonna peel off the back, hence peel. And then I'm going to stick it down onto our robot buddy. You will notice that my motor right now, based on the layout and the diagram, does show that the wires are reversed based on their color. It does not necessarily matter, because for polarity for a motor like this, it just changes the direction of the spin. And with these motors, you can't see the direction of the spin anyway. So it will not matter, which is great. It is definitely something you want to bring up with kids, though, especially if you've taught them about polarity, because it is information they should know. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to take this wire and put it right on top of my battery and hold it in place with a piece of maker tape. And then my other wire, I'm going to kind of curve it around here and tape it onto this pathway here. Now, my motor is not working, which is good. That means that my slit here is working. However, I do want to make sure that it will work when I close it up, so I am going to test it. I'm going to take just my maker tape, bridge that gap, and make sure that it does work. And it does. I know, fancy. All right, so my motor circuit is complete. And then I need to complete my circuit for my LEDs on the front. This one takes a little bit more tape, but not too much. And then I am going to put my battery on this side over here with the same method I used before, using about 1 inch worth of maker tape to make a tape loop. There we go. And that's just like on the back of a poster. It's just using maker tape instead. And then battery with the positive side facing up. And then we'll build our slit switch section. So same idea, pushing it onto the front and wrapping it back around. This one's going to go on top of the battery, and then my other one is going to lead all the way down to where my LED legs will be. So, and I don't know how long that one's going to be, so I'm going to leave it connected. Sometimes just getting it through the gap can be tricky.
That's another reason you want a slightly wider gap.
It's true.
Easy to get that tape through there.
Yep. All right. And then I'll put a little bit of tape here. I do want to make sure that my 2 tape pads don't touch on this side because then I'm connecting my negative path and my positive path, and that's no good.
No.
There we go. All right, so we want to put 2 LEDs on the front, on the outside of our robot buddy. But to do that, I don't have any markings on the front here. So I'm gonna poke my holes through the back. Just so I have them lined up nicely without poking myself. And I am using a safety pin to poke these holes just so I can get through the cardstock easier. All right, let's see. Santa is gonna have green eyes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you'll notice that so this is actually the top of my robot buddy. This is the bottom.
Right.
And the top is where my positive path is leading. So I want to make sure that my positive LED leg is at the top when I flip it around. So I've got my positive or my longer leg towards the top. I will eventually get it through the hole. And then same with this one. Positive is towards the top, negative towards the bottom. There we go. All right. Now the negative legs for this are easy. You literally just bend them down and they'll meet that path. We'll put some tape over them and they'll be good. However, the positive legs, if we bend them straight down, they're gonna go across this, this dotted line here. And that's gonna make it really hard to actually fold it up and make sure that it's consistently lighting up. So I'm going to fold these down, but then I'm gonna bend it towards the side there. It's not a perfect science, just somewhere in there so I can tape over it and make sure that it conducts. There we go. Ish, that's fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be perfect. I just don't want to run into an issue when I'm folding it up, that I'm having a hard time folding it, or that my lights start flickering because I folded along that line and I'm now folding on the LED. All right, and then we've got some tape over my short legs here, connecting to our negative pathway. And then I'm going to put a little bit of tape over these bent legs here for my positive pathway. And you may need a couple pieces just to kind of make sure you're getting into those gaps next to the legs. Especially depending on how you folded those legs down.
Yeah.
There we go. And now, same as before, I want to test this out to make sure that when I bridge that gap in my circuit, that it does actually turn on. So I'm going to just take the front of my maker tape and bridge that gap, and they do light up. Perfect. All right, so both of my circuits are completed. So now I can fold it up. So folding on those dotted lines. Remember, I told you earlier that I did score them ahead of time just to make it a little easier and more accurate when I'm folding. It just really, truly makes life so much easier. Life, whatever, circuits. Yeah.
Life is circuits.
There you go. Deep, Pete, deep. All right, so we're all folded, and then I'm going to take my gift wrap Scotch tape. It doesn't necessarily matter if it's my more clear Scotch tape, the gift wrap one, or regular Scotch tape for the white Robot Buddy body. It won't really show either way, but I have my gift wrap one out, so we'll use it. All right, and I want to make sure that the flap with the battery is towards the bottom, so it has space. I don't want to have to take that other flap over the top of it because that will just cause problems. And then if you signed on yesterday and came to check out the menorah hat, I apologize. It didn't happen. Everyone abandoned Pete yesterday, and he wasn't about to do it on its own.
I thought about it, but I got Microbit University done instead.
There you go.
To do all the, it was just Dave here, so he took care of the phones. He had a conference call, and I took care of our content.
Perfect. So if you really want to see it, we did post a reel for it. I don't remember when I posted that. Maybe last week at some point.
Is it on one of these?
It is. It is on all of those.
There you go.
Yeah. So you could check that out. I do think I'm going over my gap right here, so I may have to do a little
Surgery.
surgery. There we go. Just to make sure I can put my slit switch in there when I need to. Also, next week, Wednesday, I think we are doing Christmas hats, paper circuit Christmas hats.
Okay.
And I'll show off the menorah one then too.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the same concept, so I'll have it there. There we go. So there is our robot buddy that just has eyes. It's closer. Now we've got to...
Yep, of course you do, Mike.
I was wondering where you were, Mike. All right, so we've got our slit switches. You've got these little rectangles. We're going to fold it in half, the hot dog way, and then the hamburger way. I know, you're welcome. Yeah. Pete learns education things from me. Pete teaches me everything else, so it's fine.
Domain-specific language.
It's true. And then I'm going to wrap around some tape. Ooh.
I assume that's where they just practice dancing like robots.
Yes.
Robotics club practice.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're going to wrap some around one end and onto the back of it. And then we'll test it out and make sure that I actually have enough space to fit that in and that it actually stays lit. And it does. We'll throw together our other one real quick that we'll put in the slit for the motor. And then we've got to actually turn it into a Santa. A green-eyed Santa at that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and let's check our motor slit. And that one is a tight one, but it works. I just pushed it in a little harder. It's paper, it'll be fine. All right, so we've got our robot buddy who needs a Santa skin. So there we've got that already cut out.
Yeah.
I did find that when I cut out the Santa beard, the lines were thin enough where I felt like I lost it, and then I put it on the white and it was kind of gone. So I did go around it with a little bit of gray just to give it an edge. I don't know, didn't love it, but then I colored it in with a really, it's a warm gray.
Wow.
I don't know. So then it at least will stand out a little bit more once I put it on. And you can put these on with some tape, regular glue, whatever.
Cold glue,
Cold glue.
warm glue, hot glue.
Or some hot glue, like I'm doing right now.
Yeah. It's looking pretty good.
Just don't do what my son did and burn yourself with your hot glue gun.
Nah.
Got a call from the nurse's
Everyone does
office earlier this week. Actually, I did, when I went home, I saw his burn, Pete. It was a decent burn.
Was it in the face, like the one I got that one time?
It was on his hand, like right here.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah, it's a sizable one. But I guess his friend was using the hot glue gun when they were making their boat in science. And they must have both reached into the same area at
Hot
the
glue
same
is
time.
not going to make a seaworthy vessel. Let me
No,
tell you.
it's
You need
true.
more than that.
That's true. All right, so there is our Santa robot buddy. He can also break dance a little bit.
Yeah.
Or we can make his eyes not light up.
rumbling around.
It's true. So there you go. Those are the robot buddies with the Christmas skins. Basically, we've got our Santa and our elf.
That is correct.
Awesome. That is all we've got for you today. Tomorrow is Thursday, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, because
Really
you guys didn't
is.
stream yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Thursday.
Tomorrow is Thursday, so we've got Chapter 31 of Microbit University using the 7-segment display and a push button.
A button.
And then we got some more Christmas projects next week to check out.
And then Mike's going to post his Christmas tier 5000, which I assume is a NeoPixel Christmas tree with 5,000 NeoPixels controlled by an AT-Tiny. I'm going to guess. Mike will tell us in about 30 seconds, probably.
I hope so. If you have not followed us on our social media platforms yet, please do so. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and YouTube. Also, all of the templates for the projects that you saw today, as well as all of our other projects, products, and guides, can be found at browndoggadgets.com. And remember, that's not behind a paywall. Like, we don't do that. So just go on,
do that.
grab the template,
No.
print it out. You don't even have to sign in. You can't sign in. It's not a thing.
Right.
Just print it.
We
Use
just,
it.
and that's the thing. It's like we don't. We've got this many users per month now. We basically rely on, like when people talk to Josh or Dave or us, and they're like, "Oh, I love your resources," and or they send us a photo of whatever project they did, and like that's so much more meaningful to us than like just numbers of views or whatever.
Yep.
So,
I mean, I do glance down at the numbers at the bottom on how many people visited the page.
That's just AI bots.
But that's about as much as I can get.
Right.
Yeah. So definitely go check out the templates. Also, if you want to be on our mailing list, you can head over to browndoggadgets.com and scroll down to the bottom, or it'll pop up at you and you can join our mailing list. I only send about 2 to 3 emails a month, and that's on a good month.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's only one. Shh, don't tell Josh.
And if you unsubscribe, you'll stop getting it. Unlike some newsletters, I get
That don't actually unsubscribe.
getting them forever.
Yeah.
You can't unsubscribe.
Awesome. And then if you have any questions, feel free to email us at
can do that.
help@browndoggadgets.com.
Yeah, do that too.
That's all I've got for you today. We hope you'll join us tomorrow for Microbit University.
All right.
Have a good one.
Thanks for watching. Please visit browndoggadgets.com for parts, projects, and curriculum. Follow us on social media at browndoggadgets. We'll see you next time.